Hello, thank you very much for inviting me into your heart. This project that I've been working on and developing has been so fulfilling. I've been listening to motivational videos for quite some time now, and they're always asking you to ponder what you're good at and all of this stuff, and you're just kind of like, I don't know what I'm good at. But I have identified a few things that I am good at, and I would love to share them with you. I've identified myself as a lifelong learner. I have so many books that I've read, so many experiences that I've come across, so many mentors, wonderful people in my life that's added to every one of my experiences. And I've developed 5 dimensions of my life that I feel that are very important to me. And I want to tell you about this little project that I'm working on through my YouTube videos. And this is basically an introduction to that project. And the 5 dimensions that I've learned as a lifelong learner: my mind. I open up my mind to learn. That's my first dimension. My second dimension is my body, or my physical self. And then I have a soul, which allows me to matter in this life. And then my heart, of course, is to love. And then my spirit allows me to have a moral compass. And so, anyway, those are the 5 dimensions that I continuously work on to improve my human potential, I guess is a good term for it. And under these 5 dimensions, I've identified several topics that I'm going to be reading to you about through different materials that I have, mainly books that I've come across along the way and are continuously pursuing knowledge. And but for example, I'll give you my mind to learn. I have some time management that I'd like to read to you, architecture, some philosophy, art, logistics of life, like our everyday grind that we have to do, and goal setting, and then just some mental toughness and also some minimalism. So those are some topics that I'm going to talk about. And then the soul allows me to matter in life, and it's our mind, our will, and our emotions. And things that feed our soul are travel, music, personal growth, motivation, adventure. We also have an emotional intelligence, and we have the psychology. And so I would like to speak to you on some of those topics as well. And then also have the spirit, which I identify the spirit as a spirit with a soul in a physical body. And so my spirit is my conscience. It's my moral compass. It's my direct connection to the higher purpose that I'm here on earth for. And it's my core beliefs, and it grounds me, and it allows me to live with integrity. And so I'll be speaking to a lot of that. I have several books on that that I'd like to read some excerpts from. And then, of course, heart, to love. There's a lot of writing that I would love to share with you guys, poetry, and then parenting. I group parenting in the heart because it is a huge source of that parenting. But I have a lot of poetry I'd like to read to you. And the 5th aspect, so we had our mind, we had our soul, we had our spirit, we had our heart, and then the 5th dimension is the body, which is the physical self. And that has to deal with your physical exercises. I go into some yoga, exercise, nutrition, fitness, meal preparation, discipline, vitamin and supplements, and just some different aspects of keeping your body in shape, walking, powerlifting, yoga, boxing, anything. But I have a lot of books that I like to read the excerpts from you as well as that. So I figured out my purpose in life is just to make a kindness contribution, combat a little bit of the loneliness that sometimes people feel. And my purpose is to love. And so hopefully everything I've learned through this life I can pass it on, but I just want to let you know the structure of my content will be for each of those 5 dimensions that I mentioned. I'll have a quote, saying, an inspiration, a picture, story, possibly my own story for each of the topics. And then I'm going to couple that with probably about a 7-minute reading from a book or a magazine or an article that I found interesting. And then I also, before everything, I wanted to let everybody know that I'll be drinking different kinds of water. Sometimes my voice gets a little choked up, although I've been a reader all my life. Mostly reading is done internally, and so a lot of times my voice isn't completely developed because I haven't done a lot of external reading. And I would hope that you would bear with me and let me drink my water because one of the purposes of this project is for me to develop a stronger voice, because I've been known as this quiet person, which I don't identify with because there's so much inside of me. So I'll be reading that content of those books to you, or magazines, and then I'll be communicating some of the influencers that I've had in my life, whether it be Instagram, web video, or websites, YouTube videos, other people, things like that. I'll be given those links if that particular topic interests you. And then one of the last things I would like to do is encourage you to notice the beauty of the world. So I'll be giving some prompts on to communicate how you can notice the beauty in the world. And then I would also like to I would close with a question for interaction. And that's, again, based upon that topic and that specific dimension. So the content's about 15 minutes long, and I have several, topics to read to you about and to communicate my experience. And I'm just really looking forward to it, and I'm so happy you're here listening to me. And I definitely want you to contribute back to me and tell me, what has influenced you and why you're a lifelong learner, why you're interested, and things like that. So again, those 5 dimensions were mind, to learn, and then your body, your physical self, your soul, which is to matter, and your spirit, which is kind of your internal moral compass that you use to live with integrity, and your heart, which is made to love. So again, thank you so much for your time, and I look forward to spending so much time with you over the course of this project.